G'day guys, Jason Ninja here. Today we're doing an OP masterclass. So yeah, osteitis pubis, for you guys that don't know, is a pain that typically presents either in the groins or at the base of the pubic bone here. Sorry, at the pubic bone at the base of the abs. So it can be typically brought on by running or people that play sports that require change of direction, or someone that's come off sort of a bit of a layoff of exercise and getting back into it. It can sort of build up as a wear and tear, and there's sort of a lot of pulling on that pubic bone. It's causes scar tissue and adhesions, and yeah, it can really cause a lot of grief. So we're just going to show you how we do a quick assessment for it, and then we'll take you through the key spots to hit. So we're getting Ninja to bend his feet up here. So the first one I like to do is a narrow test. So we get Ninja to squeeze as hard as he can against my fist there. How do you feel there, Ninja?
Yeah.
All good? So typically with someone that has osteitis pubis or pain in the groins, they might feel it either deep in the groin here at the attachment points, or they can also feel it in that pubic region. And then we'll go a little bit wider, so we get a bit more of the adductors as well there. Squeeze. Not too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty
because
good.
Ninja doesn't have any pain, but yeah, we're just demonstrating here. So again, positive test would be pain either in the groins or at the pubic symphysis there. So I'm going to start off with the adductor money spot, just because it's a little bit nicer than the pubic symphysis, as it's straight on the bone. But we're just going to slowly go with a broader forearm. And we're getting right into that spot where you feel your pain if you are someone that has this issue. On the spot calf treatment, and let you in on it.
So he's like, this is for Patreono.
$50 tier.
Goal again, 1.5.
Big boobies.
Ninja likes big boots. Yeah! Easy goal. There it is, 3.5 minutes, 10-1. So yeah, we don't start down in the adductor here in the muscle belly. We want to get into those attachment points in those tendons where that adhesive scar tissue is built up along that pubic bone. So we're sinking into the tendon, and then I'm angling in that way. How are we feeling there, Ninja?
Yeah, good.
Good?
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of waiting and easing into it, because it is a pretty sensitive area, especially if you do have this issue. And generally it's quite chronic for a lot of people, because they generally feel it, and it doesn't necessarily stop you straight away from playing your sport or doing your exercise, but it's something that just you don't have power in your running if that's something you're doing, or change of direction. You sort of get little jolts, but you can still keep going. So people tend to sort of have a little bit of a rest. They might have a week off and then go back to it, and it's still there. Then they might rest longer, and the pain just keeps going. They don't actually get that treatment that they need, or sometimes they get mistreated and they go straight to doing exercises and trying to strengthen the adductors, where they've missed this important cleaning phase, which is so critical with getting rid of osteitis pubis and dealing with it. And you've had lots of cases of success where you've got right into these spots, Ninja, and no one's ever touched it, have you?
Yeah, it's correct. Unbelievable for me.
Yeah.
Like, seems like step one.
It's right where the pain, it's generally right up there, and people say, yeah, it feels right in close to the old fella, but you've just got to go to where the source of the pain is. It is a bit of a taboo area, but you've just got to go past that point where you're just thinking about, we're treating the muscles, we're treating the tendons, we're treating the fascia, all those attachment points, we're getting into the source of the pain. And you can do this treatment through clothing, so yeah, you do have females that come in with this issue as well, and you can treat through leggings or something like that if they're not comfortable stripping down underwear straight away or something like that. So it's all just working to make sure the client and customer's comfortable, and we're accessing the source of the pain. Because if we're treating down here, I like to refer to osteitis pubis almost like a rusty gate or a door. Like, you've got to get into where the hinges are actually rusted. You can, if you paint the door, it's still rusty at the hinges, so you've got to actually get in and grease the hinges and clean that area up, and then the hip and that area will start moving a lot freer. That's sort of the analogy of treating down in the muscle belly here. Yeah, you might get it'll look a bit better or feel a little bit better, but you're not actually getting to the source of where that dysfunction is. So just pinning and angling in there.
Cool. Good analogy, man.
Yeah,
I like that.
I thought about that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, paint the door.
Can't just paint the door or the gate and think it's going to swing better.
That's what general massage is. You know, they're kind of flushing the muscle belly. It sort of feels good at the time, or it looks good. But yeah, this is actually effective and have longer lasting kind of results. Clean, file the rust down.
That's right. File it down, grease it up, and then get it to move.
Yeah.
So then we
Load
get
it.
Ninja going through some exercise and strengthening. But yeah, got to start off with this phase. So I'm slowly getting, so it probably looks like I haven't moved. But yeah, just these little subtle changes of angle make such a big difference, particularly with the pain in this area. Like just angling straight up that way has a different sensation to angling more in towards the pubic bone that way.
Yeah.
So some people it's more, I'm still touching the pubic bone, but I'm angling more up into the tendon, where that way I'm angling more into the bone. So slightly different angles, and some people feel one way is a little bit more than the other. So it's always just getting that feedback of, does it feel like it's on the bone, or is it just slightly angled off it? So we're just pinning and holding. We can even shorten the adductors as well, which is just going to take some tension out of that muscle and get in a little bit deeper, and then we can slowly start to drop the leg again. But yeah, we can spend up to 20 minutes just sitting here, changing angles, moving around. And yeah, it's just an area that you really need to hold and wait. And it's pretty sensitive and it's pretty full on, but that person will know that it feels like it's the right type of pain. And we're holding in there. And then we can also, so you can see this big tendon if you come in close, Leo. So we've been working under that big tendon there. We can also go above it and get back into that similar sort of spot. We're just above that tendon now. And there can be another nasty spot in there.
Yeah. Watch for glands when you're in this spot too. I always sort of say to people, you can let them move out of the road.
A bit more broad. You can't go straight in with a sharp elbow. Because there are some superficial nerves and it's pretty sharp if you land on one of those. But
so yeah, we've been fixing people for 25 years doing this stuff.
People in professional sports, NFL players, AFL players. Heaps of people that have had all the best in the industry working on them. And
yeah, even women after pregnancies as well.
Yeah, that's quite common, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where everything sort of gets a little bit weaker through there. Alright, so we'll move on to the second spot. So yeah, we can treat more around that area of the groin, but for video's sake, we're going to move on. So just going to treat through the pubic symphysis. So a way we can do it is you can actually get Ninja to locate, like, the person that's got the pain. We can get them, where do you feel it?
Do you want to go through the towel? Or?
Yeah, we can go around. I don't mind, but yeah.
I was thinking,
where do you tend to feel where your pain is, Nin? Like, if typically,
it'd be kind of out on the point or in the middle.
So it's something that I like to do is, you get them to locate their pain. Also gives you an idea of where you're going to land as well. Yeah,
you want to touch something you don't want to touch.
Yeah, that's right.
Or they don't want you to touch.
Especially if you are going through clothing and things. Sometimes, you want to
People,
make sure you're in the right landmark.
People got different skeletons too, so you don't want to just assume.
Yeah, some people's like belly buttons are really closed, and then other people have a long torso. So but it's also just a key to, like, this is where I feel it, or sometimes they feel a little bit more to the side of that pubic symphysis. So it's also just means that you have straight away you can get into their painful spots.
Bit going on.
Yeah, it doesn't require much. So I'm not pushing very hard in there because there isn't a lot of tissue coverage here. There's not much muscle. It's mostly just like fascia and ligaments. So it is quite bony and can be quite a nervy sort of sensation. So it's just going with what the person can handle, little movements, and it does feel like, sometimes it feels like it's on fire when you get treated through here, and that's even if someone doesn't have osteitis pubis. But when you do, it'll be really, really intense, but it'll be that pain that you know it's doing the right work. And you've just got to hold and wait there, and you might do these little changes.
Yeah, it's good, man.
So you shuffle across. So if you come in close there, Leo, just so you can see. So I went from there to there, and that can be a difference from a spot that started to ease off to, that's another spot that's really red hot. So it's just those subtle little movements.
It's the cleaning concept, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
just being thorough. You're not just doing a bit of spray and a quick wipe like that. You're really getting stuck in and making sure you do it properly.
Getting everything. Be thorough.
That's right.
That's good.
Getting all the juices that are spat all over the stove top, and it's just that's my cooking anyway, and just more shit goes on the bench in the kitchen than actually stays in the pan. So it's always plenty of cleaning after I've been in the kitchen.
I suppose, yeah, we're talking about the nooks and the crannies, aren't we? Like where it kind of gets stuck.
Yeah.
You can clean your bench or around your, what do you call it, your plates, hot plates or whatever they are, and burners and that. But yeah, what gets caught in the nooks and the crannies, that's kind of what we're doing here. So
we'll do one more there. So again, yeah, just working all around both sides of that pubic symphysis, angling in. You can also go just a little bit off it and get more like the abs attachment. Ninja's favourite muscle, which is
pyramidalis.
There it is. It's a tiny muscle, but it attaches just in this same area. So yeah, now I'm above that pubic symphysis at the base of the abs and sort of angling back on top of it.
Got a few favourites that start with P.
Platisma?
Platisma.
Pyramidalis? What else are you going
Popliteus.
Popliteus. I don't know what you guys are thinking out there. I was definitely thinking,
Popliteus and Plantaris.
Plantaris, yeah. You got all the P's.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll finish up there. And then one other area that's really, really good to get into is the hip flexors or this iliacus. So sinking in here, just into that bowl of the hip. Deep breath in, deep breath out. As you relax, you can start to find a few areas. Ninja's a bit sore. He's a bit sore from Monday night lifts, doing squats and deads and the usual workouts.
Having a crack, yeah.
Getting stuck in. Hopefully you can see there, Leo. Try not to get in the way too
Bit
much.
woolly, aren't I?
Bit woolly, you need to shave.
I didn't prepare, did I? I didn't think I was going to get the exposed. The woolly coat.
That's it. Coming into winter, you need a bit of extra coverage.
I had a bit of wool on me this morning, didn't I, Leo? Fucking hair hadn't been cut for over a week. Fucking bit of wool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't the usual.
Clean cut.
Clean cut. Yeah, it was a bit of drag strip down the middle, fucking for aerodynamic. Aerodynamic down the middle, but the sides was getting a bit crusty, the clown.
So just go through some passive range here. So that's something that I like to do with the hip flexor, just to start to feel through there. You can feel where some blocks are. Typically, people with osteitis pubis get quite stuck at that sort of, sometimes they don't even get to 90 degrees of hip flexion. So just really starting to work those ranges and open that hip up. Really important. And then the second phase of the osteitis pubis is building that strength again. So getting in deads and squats and starting to strengthen the adductors. Even doing Copenhagen planks and more specific adductor stuff. But also through your assessment, you can see if there's an imbalance around the pelvis. There might be a weakness in the glutes or in the hamstrings where just the front of the hips are overcompensating and doing a lot of the work. So it might be taking that person through some glute strengthening exercises, as well as starting to strengthen through that area.
So something a little bit less serious for you, man.
Right,
you'll know this one. Simpsons, because who was the one that says, "Don't make me run, I'm full of chocolate"?
That's Uda.
Uda. I was thinking that because I'm full of fucking chocolate right
full
now.
Of cocoa.
Cocoa. I've got about 1.5 litres of cocoa in me.
Pushing into your guts.
That's why I'm so fat.
I won't treat your psoas then. It's a bit more invasive. That might actually push a bit more out, eh?
Yeah.
But we might wrap it up there, unless you got one more zinger for us.
Nah,
I thought he was
Simpsons,
finishing with something.
No, Simpsons.
So there it is, guys. Just a quick, osteitis pubis treatment. So targeting the adductors, pubic symphysis, hip flexors, and then we can take ninjas through some strengthening stuff, whether it's glutes, adductors, whatever it might be. So stay tuned for more content. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Done.